Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So we're going to get into an emotion that we may be dealing with and looking for a way to navigate our way through it. If it resonates, feel free to like a comment. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. The energy yesterday was a bit off for me. We have crushed. So something could have been as simple as a truth or a realization that crushed us, or a situation. There's a lot of things in life that can feel like they're pressing, excuse me, pressing down upon us and making us feel like we can't breathe or we can't navigate our way through or get through. Sure, this could be something in the physical that feels like a block or an experience or financial aspect, living, car, job, who knows what relationships that we can't seem to see the way through. We can't get through. The opposite is a building. Obviously, if we picture ourselves crushed down, squashed, ripped apart, or destroyed, uh, well, then we're just a pile of mush. How else are we going to uh, reconstruct ourselves? We have to build. We have to start to put all these pieces back together. Uh, Obviously, it really depends on what situation we're in, but at times we feel like we're stuck or we can't navigate our way through, and there always is another way. Normally we can't see it or we'd be doing it, and I get that. And it is the fact that our emotions are attached to the situation, whatever the loss is or the experience, whether with another person, thing, or place that is affecting us or we're feeling like we're stuck in. Our emotions are attached to that and we're living it and it's our situation, and we see the problem and it makes us feel a certain way and we don't like that and we want it to change, and we very well may have been trying to change it or get out of it, fix it, correct it, detour it, however we want to look at it, and we can't because we are here in this little bubble, and there's the problem, and this is how I feel, and I'm shooting those emotions right at it, whether on purpose or not. It is a struggle and I don't like it, and I get that. I'm not saying it's easy to turn off, but there always is another way to navigate it, and at times, sometimes we have to let go of it. The message I just did previously had to do with letting go, and it was strong on Six of Swords of what is this that maybe I'm grabbing a hold of and it's keeping me safe, or it has kept me safe for so long, a place of comfort, we'll say. And it's time to move out of it, and we don't want to let go of it. Maybe we worked really hard on it. Same thing with a relationship. Maybe I don't want to let go of this because, hey, I love this person and I put a lot of work into this, or I put a lot of years and time. Same thing with a job, family. It really comes to this reflection aspect of what is healthy for us and what is not. Is it helping us grow, or are we staying stagnant in a place of stillness? We have surpassed this experience or this individual that they helped us grow or see things within ourselves and society, however we want to look at it, in general life, and they took us as far as we could. Having to rebuild that. Five of Swords, confrontation. We can look at it as other people, or, excuse me, something in our mind. The normal card shows an individual that uh, was competing for more of a power hungry position. And we could surely look at this as people in our experience, while some people in that fight, if we will, bowed down and submitted to this guy's alter ego, while others said, I'm not playing this game, I'm going to walk away. This situation, whether with an individual or with our self, how much, you know, are we giving energy to the situation and allowing it to control our experience? We can say, I'm fed up with this. I don't want to struggle anymore. I don't want to be in this pain or this fear. I don't want to live my life this way anymore. And we choose to rebuild, Otherwise, we stay there and we allow those emotions to continue to crush us, to contain us, to hold us as mush on the ground. Same thing with a person. Maybe it was a toxic situation, or we've learned that maybe we want to do activities and things if we were dating and they just want to sit at home, and we're like, well, I'm done with this, I want to go experience life and you are holding me back, so I'm moving forward. Same thing with, maybe they don't want to deal with themselves or their struggles, and you have been or working on yourself or a healthier lifestyle. Our views may have changed and they don't align anymore. And when we stay there, they drag us down, they keep us there. This is the ladder. If they're down here and we're up here, they're not going to come up. You have to be drugged back down to meet them at their level. And that could be done on purpose, or it's just a subconscious energy type of thing, as in them dragging you down is what I mean. They might just be in a place and that's their limit. And we can't move forward. And even if we're a couple rungs up the ladder, to meet them, we have to go down. And if they go down, we have to keep going down with them to be in that space. Same thing with our emotions. If something drastic or terrible is happening out there, to be in it, it's going to pull us down. It's going to win that game. We're going to have to be a vibrational match for it, whether we're aware of it or not. It is our choice to build or to allow it to consume us, to control, to dictate our experience. What else do we have here, Spirit? Three of Wands reversed. Impatience. I know I've already said it, or maybe I haven't, but of course we don't like situations that feel uncomfortable, whether it's with a person or a struggle in life, financially, job related, stability, even just depression or anxiety or self-image, self-esteem, anything and everything in the book. If it's making us feel a certain way that's uncomfortable, we don't like it. We want it to change immediately. We want to get out of this place and to be where we feel more comfortable, more safe, accepted, whether in the external or in the internal. That brings these feelings of impatience. I get that. I'm not saying it's not fair to feel that way. Like it's normal. But if we are in that bubble and we're really focusing on the problem and we can't see out of it, we gotta open our mind and get to a place to be able to build again. Maybe we just need that idea that, hey, if I need to change this, like, yeah, that's the problem, there it is, but I want to change this, and whatever I'm doing is not working. So let me find out another place to build, or another way to build a stairway out of this. A Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. This could be viewed financially, tangible, matter-wise, but just that word of self-sufficiency, I really go into the aspect of removing the need of the external to prove to you how you feel about yourself, which is difficult because we perceive everything as happening out there. And how often can we reflect or actually get to a true place to say, how I'm feeling in here is a direct reflection of my external. It goes this way. It doesn't come this way. So if I am feeling X, Y, or Z, I'm crushed, I'm suffocating, I can't breathe, I feel like I can't fly, whatever it may be, well, that's going to go out, and I'm going to see things that prove that to me. So, I don't know if I already said it, but if that's actually how it's working, well, I can do that in here. I can build that. I can build this foundation. I can build this structure in here, and outside will change. But I keep seeing everything out here, and it keeps making me feel this way. And that would be a valid reason to feel those emotions. I get that. but we can change it in here. And how do we keep being positive, or are we just being toxically positive and it'll change, it'll be okay, but deep down inside I still feel that certain way, or that's this, I can't breathe. Really building this inside is going to have that reflection outside, and it's going to change for us, but we have to be okay with viewing what might we're still hanging on to, a fear or a wound that is generating these aspects that make us feel this way in these situations. uh, Finding that courage and that strength to build this within versus needing the external to make us feel comfortable enough. And it's kind of like that false imagery that, well, when it's different out there, I feel okay, which I understand how that works. But when we do it inside, it reflects, and then we don't need the external to prove to us what's actually going on, or validation or a reasoning behind it. What else do we have here, Spirit? Eight of Wands reverse, stagnation. When we are a victim to the circumstances, which I understand, I don't know what it is or how it relates, and I'm not saying it's fair or was acceptable, but it took place, and has obviously placed us in a place feeling like this. We're all entitled to mourn and hang on to situations as long as we desire, but there comes a time when we have to choose to fix it. And maybe we have been trying. I'm not taking that away if we have, but if we're in that bubble and we're looking at the problem and it's just right here and I can't really see beyond it, I want it to change, and like I said, maybe I've been trying to, but everything is kind of still holding on in this bubble that protects this fear or this wound or this insecurity. Maybe something we brought in from another life through this life. It was given to us through generations. We grabbed a hold of it. We took ownership of it. We've made decisions based upon it. That's probably what's in this bubble. And that's why we can't see outside of the bubble to see the other way or an easier way to build, to move forward, to get through it. Where we haven't been taking any action at all, and we've just really been hanging on to it in a place of being the victim to it. We got two cards here. We got the Sun and Seven of Swords. They came out sideways, so we're going to go with that. The Sun is authenticity and self-doubt, and then the Seven of Swords is dishonesty and consequences. When we are in a place of self-doubt, whether the hey, I can do this, or I need that to change so I can change, we're not in a place of power. We are not free. Seven of Swords with the dishonesty and consequences. Maybe we made a bad decision or we're blaming ourselves. But Seven of Swords is coming off more about the being dishonest about the situation. If we have a wound, we're going to cover that up until we see it or we acknowledge it. We'll do that all of our life. It doesn't matter what the wound is or the trauma or the self-imagery, the self-esteems, whatever it is. I'm going to do things throughout my life to cover that up, to keep it alive. I'm going to make decisions that make it feel safe. And the majority of people in the world that aren't awoken to this aspect will do that subconsciously. They won't even know. It's just, this is who I am. I could be a really nice person and have these wounds and do things that keep them alive and cover them up. I could be an asshole and do the same thing. We all have them. And like I said, we may not be aware of it. Maybe we're starting to become aware of it. And this is where this dishonesty aspect comes in, like, hey, I don't want to view it because I'm just covering it up. I am placating. I'm keeping it alive. And it doesn't have to be a negative trait. It is more like, how am I hurting myself? How am I holding myself back by keeping this alive? And I can't build because I'm in that bubble that I was talking about. And in that bubble, I see the problem. but I also have that wound or those fears or that insecurity in there. And when I have that in there, I can only see ways or directions or ways to fix this, because out of the bubble means I'm going against that fear or that insecurity. And by doing so, that would make it upset. It would make it hurt a certain way. It would make me feel a certain way, and I would have to deal with that. And maybe I can't see that yet, but if I can see that, I'm trying to keep it alive. I'm protecting it in this bubble, and that's why we're a bit stuck here. Because if I went outside of that bubble, there's the other way, however it may be, to build and to get out of this space. But by doing so, I'd have to view that wound or that trauma, or it'd be pressing up against it and really agitate it and make it feel worse. And then I'd have to experience that, and it would make me feel uncomfortable, or make me get out of my shell. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel that way. That's all understandable, but once we see them, we can help navigate through there a bit easier, because we know why we're might be feeling a certain way or afraid to do this, or it's going to make us feel uncomfortable. But it's an opportunity. And obviously, we'd only be in this position in life to get out of it, to heal it, to see it for what it is, to navigate it, and see it eye to eye versus allowing it to control our decisions throughout life. I'm going to leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.